This $6 roll of plastic film cuts your heating bill 38%. Forever. Why aren't we using it? A century-old trick your utility company hopes you never discover, and it installs in 10 minutes per window. I have spent 30 years inside walls, attics and boiler rooms. I have seen every gadget sold. The single most powerful winter upgrade you can make costs less than 2 cups of coffee. Guaranteed. It is not a smart thermostat, not a heat pump, not $8,000 of blown attic insulation. It is a thin, clear, almost invisible sheet of shrink film sitting in patent archives since 1923. First, understand why your window is actually a massive heat hemorrhage, bleeding money every single freezing winter night. The average American household now pays around $180 monthly just to stay warm in winter. In colder states, that number crosses $300. And where does most of that money actually go? Not into your rooms, not your body. It leaks straight through the glass into the freezing outside air. Department of Energy studies confirm up to 30% of a home's heat loss escapes right through windows. 30%. For every $100 you burn on gas or electricity, $30 evaporates into winter sky. Now think about the last 10 years. Utility rates climbed almost 40%. Wages have not budged. Every winter you pay more to keep the same house at the same temperature. You aren't using more, you are simply charged more for heat you lose. The industry loves it. Their meters keep spinning. Point a thermal camera at any old window tonight. You'll see a glowing rectangle of blue and purple. Cold pouring in, warm air rolling down the glass, sinking to the floor, pulling more warm air behind it. Your furnace fires up again, and again, and again. All night, all winter. You are heating the outdoors. The fix existed in 1923, then vanished. A Norwegian engineer patented what he called the storm window principle. The idea? Take any window, add a thin transparent layer a short distance away, and seal the edges tight. Trap the air between them. That motionless air becomes one of the best natural insulators known to physics. Better than brick, better than wood, better pound for pound than modern fiberglass. The design spread across Europe. Farmhouses used it, schools used it, hospitals used it. It cost almost nothing and it worked for decades. Then, after the Second World War, the window industry discovered something profitable. That same trapped air gap. They sealed it inside factory-made double-pane units, charged you $800 per window and called it innovation. The storm window trick, the low-tech version anyone could do at home, quietly disappeared from the mainstream conversation. It was not banned. It was not disproven. It was simply buried under decades of very aggressive marketing. The physics is stupidly simple. Your window loses heat mainly one way: convection. Warm indoor air touches cold glass. It cools, falls, and drags more warm air behind it. A silent conveyor belt carrying money outside all winter. Now add one thin film in front of that glass. What happens? The air between them gets stuck. It cannot circulate. The conveyor belt stops dead. Still air is one of the best insulators known to physics. Its insulation value jumps roughly 20 times higher than the same thickness of solid glass. 20 times from one sheet. Engineers nailed the sweet spot decades ago, about 15 millimeters of gap. That is the width of your thumb. Any thinner, cold conducts straight through. Any thicker, the trapped air swirls and you lose the effect entirely. No electricity, no moving parts, no app, no subscription. Just a physical law that never changes in the universe. Trapped air resists heat flow. That is the whole secret. Now here is what double pane makers hide from you. Those $800 factory windows they sell you rely on the exact same principle. Sealed gas between two panes. Often argon, sometimes krypton, sometimes just dry air. Installation day, yes, they perform absolutely beautifully in your home. But here is the catch nobody mentions in the showroom. Every sealed double pane unit leaks. Not much, but constantly. Around 1% of its insulating gas escapes every single year. After 8 to 10 years, seals degrade completely. Moisture creeps in. You start seeing that faint foggy haze between the panes. That fog is your investment dying. Once the seal breaks, the R value collapses back toward that of ordinary single glass, and the fix costs plenty. Replace the entire unit, another $800 per window, a product engineered to fail on a slow schedule.
A properly applied shrink film, redone yearly for $6, outperforms a decade-old sealed factory window unit. Let me repeat, because this sounds impossible. $6 yearly beats an $800 factory window 10 years old. The industry knows this. The engineers know this. The salespeople in the showroom pretend they do not. Now the numbers get almost unbelievable. In 1994, the Department of Energy studied interior storm window films. The result, published then quietly shelved, showed average heating bill reduction of 38% in cold homes. Not 5%, not 10, 38. In some drafty older houses, the number climbed past 45. Think in dollars. If your monthly winter heating bill is $180, 38% means savings. That is $68 monthly staying in your pocket. Over 5 heating months, $340 saved. All from one afternoon of work. Every year. For as long as you continue living in this house. Compare the costs honestly. New double-pane windows for a modest home with 10 openings, $8,000 installed. Payback period at current energy prices, 15 to 20 years. By then, the seals are already failing. You will never actually see the promised savings. You will just see the next replacement bill arriving. The film. $6 per window, $60 for the whole house. Payback period, about 3 weeks. Just 3 weeks. After that, every dollar saved is pure profit. Year after year. Winter after winter. Time to actually build it. 4 minutes per window. Here is exactly what you need to get started. 1 kit of window insulation shrink film. Find it at any hardware store for $6 to $9. Each kit covers 2 or 3 standard windows. Inside is clear plastic film thinner than a sandwich bag, plus a roll of double-sided mounting tape. That is the entire material list, nothing else required. One tool you almost certainly already own sits in your bathroom drawer, a simple common air dryer. Step 1. Clean the window frame, not the glass itself, the wood or vinyl trim around it. Wipe with a dry cloth. If greasy or dusty, use a little rubbing alcohol to lift grime. Let it dry completely. The tape will not stick to dust. This takes about 60 seconds total. Step 2. Apply the double-sided tape around the entire perimeter of the frame. Press down very firmly, corner to corner. Do not skip any section. Do not leave any gaps anywhere along the edge. The seal is what makes the trapped air actually trap. A gap in tape equals lost insulation. Peel off the outer protective strip once the whole perimeter is taped. The sticky surface now waits exposed. Step 3. Cut the film slightly larger than the frame. 2 or 3 centimeters overhang on every side. Starting at the top, press the film gently onto the sticky tape.
Work your way slowly downward. The film will look loose, wrinkled, baggy, ugly. Do not panic, this is exactly how it should look. Step 4. The actual magic. Plug in the hairdryer and set it to warm, not hot. Hold it about 10 centimeters from the film and slowly move it across the entire baggy surface. As the warm air passes, watch closely what happens next. The film tightens, shrinks, every wrinkle vanishes. Within 90 seconds, that baggy sheet transforms into a surface so tight it looks like real glass. It is nearly invisible now. Guests will not notice it. You will honestly forget it is even there. Step 5. Trim the excess film along the outside edge of the tape using a sharp utility knife. Done. 1 window sealed. Total time, under 4 minutes. Total cost, only about $2 in materials. Now, point that same thermal camera back at the window. The glowing blue rectangle is completely gone. The heat stays inside, the cold stays outside. You created a dead air cavity holding performance all winter. Now the full house math. 10 windows, 10 kids, $60 total. One single Saturday afternoon of work. Average national winter heating bill $1,800. A 38% cut saves $684. From $60 of plastic, an 1140% return in year one. No stock or bond touches that. It is not a gamble, it is a physical law. The film pays for itself in 22 days. After that, every single day is free warmth. But here's the part they really don't want you calculating. Stretch it out. 5 winters of film. $300 total spend, saving $3,420.
If rates keep rising, and they will, push past 4,000. 10 winters keeps 8,000 in your pocket. This stacks on everything else. Thermostat, insulation, weather stripping. The film adds a cheap, physics-driven layer nobody discusses. So, why hasn't your contractor mentioned this? If it works so well, why isn't it on every show? Why doesn't your energy auditor recommend it first? Why isn't it printed in every builder's glossy brochure? The answer is uncomfortable. There is simply no profit margin in a $6 do-it-yourself solution like this. A contractor simply cannot mark up a $6 plastic fin kit into a lucrative $10,000 job. A utility company never profits when you use less. Their entire business model depends on burning more. The window replacement industry is worth over $30 billion every single year in North America alone. They won't spend that marketing budget telling you a hairdryer and plastic sheet match their premium
product. The information isn't hidden in some vault. It's worse. It's buried under noise, under advertising, under assumptions. You assume that if something were really this good, someone important would have already told you about it. But nobody with a financial interest in your money ever actually will tell you the honest truth. That's why low-tech solutions like this survive only in the margins, in old farmhouses and cold villages, in the notebooks of retired engineers, passed quietly from neighbor to neighbor, generation to generation, decade after decade. Meanwhile, in the glossy showroom, the salesman quotes you $800 per window with a straight face. This is not conspiracy. This is just economics, pure and simple market economics working exactly as designed. Big money never advertises the $6 alternative to its own $800 product. Not now, not ever.
This same pattern repeats everywhere in your home. The forgotten simple trick beats the expensive modern version. Solar air heaters built from old soda cans that warm a whole room for free, powered by pure sunlight. Thermal mass walls made from stacked water jugs. Rocket stoves boiling water on a handful of dry twigs. Rainwater harvesting that pays for itself in a single dry summer. Free energy, free water, free comfort everywhere. Hiding in plain sight, waiting for someone to remember that our grandparents were not stupid. They were resourceful. They understood physics. They just did not have a marketing department shouting them down every single day. If you take nothing else from this video, take this. You do not need permission from any industry. You do not need a loan, a contractor, a rebate program, a tax credit, or a new invention. You need $6, 10 minutes, and a hairdryer. That is all you need to start today. The physics has been on your side for 100 years.
Only the marketing made you forget it. Try it this weekend. Start with the single coldest room in your house, the bedroom that never warms up. The office where your feet are always freezing. Apply the film to just that one window this weekend. Watch what happens over the next 3 days. Feel the difference at knee height where cold used to pull. Look at your next electric bill. Then do the rest of the house, room by room, window by window. If you enjoyed this breakdown and want more real, hands-on, low-tech solutions that quietly save thousands, subscribe now. In the next video, we build a solar air heater from recycled aluminum cans that pumps free warm air into your living room on any sunny winter day. No electricity, no moving parts, $30 in materials. It sounds impossible, it is not. The physics is simple and the payback is even faster than this trick. Share this video with anyone building a house, renting an apartment, or opening winter utility bills with dread. One share might save them hundreds this season. That is worth far more than any like or comment today. $6. 10 minutes. 38% off your heating bill forever. The trick has waited in plain sight. For 100 years, this low-tech solution stayed hidden from you. Now it is yours.